One of the pieces that Facile, through the Trillium Project for sure, has come to focus on is this idea of networking. So often in independent and person-directed planning thinking, we think about networks as people surrounding an individual who needs support or who needs relationship in their life. And that still is true. But there's this other kind of networking this project has allowed us to explore, which is this idea of introducing families to each other so that they can offer each other mutual support, but they can also share their experiences. And it allows families to really validate each other, validate the fear of the future, but also validate the pride and the excitement of accomplishment as well.
As part of the project, Facile organized a series of workshops called Families Planning with Families. It was geared to families with a teenager.
There was a group of parents with a child who had special needs of some kind or other. And we got together, I think it was about 6 times, once a week for 6 to 8 sessions. And at the time, Andy was just starting his last year at school. And so we were very interested in looking at what happens from here, because we'd kind of looked around the neighborhood and listened to other parents that have gone ahead of us and didn't see that there was a lot of help out there to kind of look at what's going to happen next. So a lot of the same questions, and even to the point where by the end some parents were saying, well, maybe we should stay in touch.
The concept of informal family networks forming around Perth County was something Facile did not anticipate. It became apparent that families had a lot to offer each other.
Connecting with other families with, let's say, kids with Asperger's, they know exactly, they get the jokes, they know exactly your language, they can, relate to, the issues that your kids are. You just feel more open to talking with them. You know that they're willing to listen, and we can laugh and kind of make fun of situations and compare. Boy, when the kids were younger, I wish I would have connected with parents that, their children were let's say 10 years older than mine. That would have probably opened so many more doors and been so much more helpful. And just to have somebody say, there's a group of us meeting, come along and listen.
The support and insights offered by families to each other has been so beneficial that Facile will, on occasion, facilitate a mentoring connection between families. This simply involves introducing one family that has experienced a situation with one that has concerns with the same situation.
That's been wonderful. One of the first families that we connected with had been through the stage that we were about to enter. So they had a daughter who went off to college and attended classes and went there by bus and made new friends, and it was a great experience for her. And so talking with the mom was just really eye-opening for me and gave me a lot of confidence. That we sat over coffee for a whole afternoon and talked, and she was telling me some of the challenges, the realities, but then some of the great things that happened, and it made me really feel like we weren't on our own for thinking this was going to be a possibility.
At a time when government cutbacks are reducing supports for individuals and families across the board, family networks may prove to be an innovation with many benefits.